Hi, my name is Laurelle Mitcham, and I am filming for my Journal U project. So basically for this project, what we did was we journaled and logged what we did every day, like hour by hour, what we spent and how much we spent, and what we wore and how much what we wore costs. I really liked doing this project because I felt like it really opened my eyes to a lot of the things that I consumed that maybe I didn't realize I consumed, or I didn't realize how much of it I consumed. Like, I ate way more pokey than I thought that I did. And I spent way more money on Starbucks than I thought I did. But overall, it was a really good project to do, and I'm really glad that we did it. So here we go. First thing that I want to analyze is the things that I buy. So I felt like I have a lot of behavioral influences when I buy things. So, like, for example, when I came to college, I hated Birkenstocks. And if you look at my journal, they're the shoe that I wear the most frequently. And that's definitely because I was influenced by other students at APU, and I felt like I kind of fit in, or I don't know, they're also really comfortable, so that's why I like wearing them too. But that was just an example of a way that I was influenced by my peers. I added up all of the money that I spent, and I included the money that others spent on me as well. And it added up. My estimate was that it would be about $1,000, but I was way off. And I added up to be $1,811 that I spent this month. Granted, I had to finance a new phone, and I bought a whole new set of tires for my car. So it was kind of an unusual month financially, but still, I mean, it was really valuable data. And my average price I just kind of approximated my living costs just because I don't pay for them all up front, but I pay about approximately $800 a month in rent. I'm estimating about $100 a month in health insurance, $100 a month in car insurance, $50 a month for utilities, $70 a month for my phone bill, and $30 a month for streaming services, so like Netflix, Hulu, Spotify. And I projected the annual gross income that I would need to keep up the life that I'm used to, and it actually turned out to be a lot lower than I was expecting, which is $35,532 a year. Granted, I mean, I'm not really factoring in other, like, if I want to buy a new car or pay off student loans. After looking at all of the different kinds of money segments, I would say that I'm somewhere between a treater and an ostrich. So, like an ostrich, sticks their head in the ground and doesn't pay attention, I don't check my bank account when I spend money a lot. But when I do check my bank account, I decide that it's time for a lifestyle change and I'm going to save all this money. And so I probably am thrifty with my money for 2 days. And then I'm like, you know what? I've been so good with my money, I'll treat myself. Hence the treater. And then when I start treating myself, I just become an ostrich again and don't check my account. So this project was very eye-opening for me as far as my bank account goes. The second section that I wanted to analyze was having, so like what I wore every day. Some of the things that I didn't factor in, but I still think are an important thing to mention, are the types of technology that I decide to use. So like I have like a MacBook Pro and I have an iPhone, and I just think that that's also a very peer influenced, and I mean, I've kind of been conditioned my whole life to think that Apple products are better. So I feel like in order to be a good student or just kind of a hip college student, I need to have these Apple products to fit in with my other classmates and stuff. But also I analyzed the I analyzed the kind of outfits that I wore. So I added it up, and I averaged at about $366 per outfit per day. I was actually surprised because I didn't realize how much my clothes cost, or how much wearing a ring every day would affect my daily total of an outfit. But I feel like I buy the clothes that I buy to convey a certain message. Like, I'm much more inclined to buy a pair of Lululemon leggings than I am to buy a pair of Old Navy leggings, just because it has the Lululemon symbol on it. I just think it's better made, and I feel like I'll get some kind of appraise from my peers. I also worked at Lucky Brand Jeans for a summer, so I felt like I had to really personify the brand while I was working in sales there. So you'll notice on my journal that I wear a lot of Lucky Brand things. And even though I didn't buy all of the products at full retail price, because I worked there, I got a discount, I still put the full like ticket price on my journal, just because I feel like when you buy a specific brand, you're buying it because of the brand. So it doesn't really matter how much it costs you. Like, a lot of my brand name things I didn't buy at full price, but I mean, my classmates don't know that, my roommates don't know that, and I feel like that's kind of why I wear it, to seem like I have more money than I do. And that's just so interesting to me that even though we're all college students and none of us have money, somehow, or for some reason, we feel like we have to convey like we are able to afford like $150 pairs of pants. One thing I noticed when I examined what I wore and how much the things that I wear cost, one thing that came to mind for me was conformity influences. So I was very influenced by cultural pressures, fear of deviance. Like I said before, like I bought Birkenstocks because everyone at APU wears Birkenstocks, and I'm a student at APU, so I bought Birkenstocks. And yeah, I mean, I just feel like conformity influences was the biggest thing for me in influencing what I wore. In analyzing how I spent my time, I have realized that I'm never really alone. I usually spend my free time hanging out with friends, or hanging out with friends. Me and my friends took a couple trips this month. We took one to like Zion National Park. We took one to the desert at one point. We just love getting off campus and doing stuff. And in analyzing the kind of things that we do and the pictures that we take, we're definitely trying to portray that we have this kind of carefree lifestyle. And I feel that a lot of college students do the same, but me and my friends especially, it just seems like we have a lot of money to spend on trips, when really we don't, but it's just kind of this social image that we want to portray of ourselves. And that was really interesting to look at, because I mean, I didn't realize that we do that as much as we do. As part of my faith integration, I wanted to talk a little bit about the book that I read for the semester. It's Reaching Out by Henry Nouwen. So I really liked how Nouwen talked about the 3 spiritual movements in life. So the first movement is from loneliness to solitude. The second one is from hostility to hospitality. And the third movement is from illusion to prayer. And I really think that especially the first and second movements really influenced my consumer behavior this month. Just because even though I do spend a lot of my free time with my friends, I've actually, as I've gotten older and kind of kept moving up through college, I've been more okay with being alone. I kind of see it as, instead of being lonely, I see it as an opportunity to recharge. So especially over Thanksgiving break, which was, I don't know, the last part of November, you can see in my journal that I spent a lot of my time just kind of resting and being alone, as just kind of a way to recharge from just being completely exposed to people all the time in college. Thank you for watching my Journal U presentation. I really enjoyed kind of surveying myself and my behaviors, and I hope that you have a great break. Thank you.